And here we are. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you're just turning us on, it is Tuesday, August 31st, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. The Fallout Shelter is lovely, and that's where I'm broadcasting, here at Power 99 FM.
Yeah.
New York is too volatile right now. Special shout-out to my writing partner, who helped me write my first book, Wendy's Got the Heat, and is definitely helping me write the book that's coming out now and any future writing projects, Karen Hunter, who is a lovely black woman who is a registered Republican because she feels that the Democrats have not done enough for black people. We've had these conversations behind the scenes during our downtime of writing, and we agree on a lot of things and disagree on others, but we do agree on one thing. When the book comes out, boy, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Karen. Everybody, please help me welcome Jill Scott. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Wendy.
They brought you in a little too early. Coca and La Casa. I like to turn around and see my guests walk in. All right. Well, I can describe what Jill is wearing. She's got skyscraper shoes on. I love those, Jill. They're cork heel wedgies, everybody, and the heel is probably 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But you are how tall?
I'm 5'6".
5'6". Pull your microphone up so that everybody can hear you.
5'6".
And she's wearing a paisley dashiki.
Yes.
And a pair of black slacks.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing the season's most popular, or one of the most popular things, because brooches are also big, but pearls are big for the season. Although for timeless beauties, they never go out of style.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
She's got a pearl necklace, Art.
Wow.
Jill Scott is wearing a pearl necklace. Jill, do you know what that is?
What is that?
That's when your man does the funky spunk on your neck.
And I got these from him, too.
He was giving you hints. And she has on a pearl bracelet because he missed a little bit and got some on her wrist.
Oh, that's so trifling. Oh, God.
Now, Jill, you are married.
Yeah, 3 years ago now.
3 years ago. Do you guys still live in the Mike McCary house?
No.
Oh, why? Because I put it on blast. I'm sorry.
Possibly, but no.
I'm sorry, Jill. Jill, okay, so I can say Jill at one point lived, I can say it for the 100th time. I'm sorry, Jill. I've been saying it before. Jill purchased the fabulous Mike McCary house, a few $100,000 under $1 million. I believe you paid for that. It stayed on the market for a long time. He refused to budge off the price. Jill is looking at me like, I can't believe she's going into this. It was very well appointed. Didn't you have a recording studio in there and everything?
I'm curious, if you didn't mean it, if you were sorry, why do you keep bringing it up?
Because, you know what? Out of sight, I'm not thinking about,
Yeah.
Because it was one of the things that I knew about Jill Scott because I'd never met you before.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I talked to you on the phone before, but that's when you were pregnant.
That's
It's been a long time.
And you want to know something else about when I was pregnant?
What?
I was so pink and flowery that I almost couldn't stand myself. But I wanted to have good karma on the baby, so I couldn't, really get into it and be the real me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now this is the real me.
You were lovely. You were absolutely lovely.
That's not me. That was pregnant me. I was trying to have a peaceful child. So, Jill, you've been married for 3 years.
Yes.
You still live in the Philadelphia area.
Yes.
Out of 365 days a year, how often does a busy woman like you actually luxuriate in the area?
I get in here. I get into Philly. I go to Toppers. I go to I'm trying to think.
That's the day
everywhere.
spa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
I take walks in the park. I go to Rittenhouse Square. I chill. They have concerts.
Yeah. Yeah. So you still do that stuff. Jill, by the way, is wearing a natural. She got a bush going on. Because I noticed on, first of all, her new album is in stores as of today. It's called Beautifully Human, Words and Sounds, Volume 2. You'll recall Who is Jill Scott was her first CD, and that was out 2 years ago.
4
years ago. Jeez, Jill, where you been? Did it take you all 4 years to get this together, or were you you got married within that time?
Well, no, actually, I got married before. Yeah. Within, when did I get married?
3 years ago, you just said.
Well, yeah, but I was still on tour. I was on tour till March of 2002. I took off after that. And then I took a year. I took a year to myself.
Now, there is a promotional poster out promoting your CD. Huh?
Your ring is fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Jill. It's Negroidian. So you got very well appointed.
It's sick, y'all. It's sick.
Well, sometimes he can be a bad boy. So,
gorgeous.
The bigger the jewelry, probably the worse the.
Well,
can't always say that. Just jokes, honey. On the front of your CD, there's a very cute little Jill Scott. How old are you?
About 7.
Okay. And on the back of the CD, the reason why I mentioned that you're wearing your full natural bush today is because on the back of the CD, there's something attached here.
Yeah.
A little attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, because you are the queen of the natural.
You think?
Yeah. Who before you?
Oh, no.
All right. There was that Badu woman.
Oh!
But... No, I mean Erykah Badu, but I don't really go into that because Jill Scott is here. And I love India Irie and all like that, but India Irie came along after you. Yous are all part of the, we call it the dirty backpack clique.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Don't take that to be bad. It's just simply, do you have your dirty backpack
I
today?
wash every day, thank you very much. Every day, sometimes twice a day. And no, I have a purse, thank you.
What kind of purse is that? Is it crocheted?
No, it's Gucci.
Oh, real dirty backpacker. You got to touch a fabulous. And might I add, her diamonds are hot too.
She's selling out.
Yeah, she is.
Sell out.
She is. You're supposed to be carrying a purse either knitted or made of hemp.
Who said? I have some of those.
Okay.
It depends on the day.
Okay.
It just depends on the day.
Okay. Jill, everybody, was on my favorite show, you all's favorite show too, Girlfriends.
Yeah.
While you acted very well on that show, it seemed like a struggle for them to figure out whether they were going to keep you in or not keep you in. What is the future of you in that show?
It's still up in the air. They're talking about bringing Donna back, but possibly she'll have her own hair salon. Because she talked about that, like wanting a hair salon one day.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm open to it, but I'm not, I'm not pressed.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right right now.
Yeah. Do you have children?
No, I have a cat.
Okay. What does that mean? Did you have the cat before you had your husband?
No.
Okay.
We just got her about 6 months ago.
Okay. Now, do you plan on, having the family thing? Okay.
I'm not really pressed either way. Children sound nice.
Yes.
But if I'm going to do it, I want to be 100% into it. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? I don't want to be visiting my baby.
Yeah.
I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to miss stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take my kid on the road either.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is your husband in your camp?
Yes, he is a co-manager with Bill Brown.
Okay. Was he your co-manager prior to you all falling in love? Is that, or did you bring him along once you fell in love and then you said, well, look, baby, I have potentially a very, very long, lucrative career. I mean, it's already lucrative, but a long career. So
No. Actually, he met me at a poetry reading, oddly enough.
Oh.
And he's been like really supportive since the beginning.
Was he working prior?
He's a graphic artist by day, DJ by night, and
So he-
co-management somewhere in between.
Gotcha.
And he did the first album cover, the artwork for the first album cover. And I thought, if anybody knows me, you know me. I need you to be in on this. And he was open to it.
How did you meet him? I know he was at a poetry reading, but do you jump off stage or do you actually, are the lights not blinding you where you can actually see faces in the crowd?
No, a real poetry spot is pretty intimate.
Okay.
You can see everybody. Everybody can see you.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need lights or anything like that. And it was real crowded, and he was sitting on the floor. And I was doing my piece, and I'm, doing my thing, and I just couldn't stop looking at him. I just couldn't. I couldn't
Was
take
he
my
by
eyes off of
himself?
him. He was sitting on the floor. He was amongst friends, and it wasn't. He's never. Well, I can't say never, but the poetry readings are not his thing.
Okay.
So we feel like he came there to see me.
Okay.
So
And so, all right, so the poetry reading is over.
Yeah.
And what happens?
Nothing. I had a boyfriend.
Okay, so that was it. So
Yeah.
When's the next time you saw this dude?
I used to see him at parties sometimes, and I saw him at a party at my girlfriend's house. We had a Halloween party, costume masquerade joint.
Yeah.
And he showed up, and, he asked me if I wanted a drink. And I said no, because my boyfriend was there. My boyfriend was totally disrespectful, real ignorant. And
What do you mean? He was drunk and he wilded out on this dude just asking you for a drink?
No, he was the kind of guy that, since it was my party, I'm dancing with everybody because I want to make sure everybody's having a good time,
Right.
drinking and, having a good time.
Right.
Well, he didn't appreciate that. So in turns, he was being very flirtatious with other women.
Okay.
But it wasn't the time for me to check him on that because it was my party. I was trying to make some money. You know, I'm like, oh, I'll deal with you later. Well, nonetheless, my now husband asked me if I wanted to drink. I'm still pissed. You know, he asked me if I wanted to drink. I said no. He asked me if I wanted to dance. I said no. He asked me if, asked me if I had a man. I said, yeah, why? He said, is he here? And I said, yeah. He said, well, point him out. And I pointed to him. He was like,
Excuse me, Jill, hold that thought for just a moment. Where's Jay? I need a water or something.
Or Mountain Dew.
Or what?
Mountain Dew.
You like Mountain Dew too?
Love it. It's delicious.
You know what? They're so fattening. But every once in a while, thank you. They got that water fast. Thank you.
Mountain Dew is awesome. That's my favorite soda.
Everybody, I'm proud to let you know that the Power99.com webcam is up. If you would like to look at me and Jill Scott do our work, there we are. Now, do we need to move our position so we get a nice camera angle? All right, well, just go to Power99.com, everybody, and you'll be able to see me and Jill. I'm the one with the big hair, and Jill's the one with the bigger hair.
I'm chilling with the fro.
No, so Jill, okay, so get back to your story. I apologize.
I'm trying to remember. He asked me if that was my man. He asked me, am I sure? He said, are you sure?
Ooh.
Crack. From the forehead to the chin.
Okay.
Crack.
Okay.
Okay? So that stuck in my mind because he was smart, quick, and witty. I thought,
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you manage to finagle a telephone number with your present boyfriend right there?
I was done with him. I was finished with him. My girlfriend and Lizelle, that's his name, started hanging out. They were really friendly, hanging out. And she called me and she's like, he's so cool. I said, really? Give me his number.
Right.
So she gave me his number. I called him and I asked him if he wanted to take a walk.
Oh.
I know, it's so mushy, but it's so true.
A long walk.
It is what it is.
The new CD is in stores, everybody. It's called Beautifully Human, Words and Sounds, Volume 2, Jill Scott. And I've got to tell you, on your CD, hit it, Dave. The Living My Life Like It's Golden, that is my crunch song. The beat is perfect to lay on the carpet and you just crunch. And I feel beautiful when I listen to it. And I'm so, I like all kinds of music.
That's not the
But no, you're paying the wrong song, Dave. Living My Life Like It's Damn Golden.
I think it's number 2.
It's number 2. I asked him to have number 4 up, though, also.
Right. That's what I thought you wanted.
What, Dave?
I thought you wanted number 4 right there.
No, I want this one right here. See, ladies, this is perfect crunch beat right here. And I just feel so beautiful when I do this song.
You know, you really look good.
Thank you. Well, I had a tummy tuck, too. I mean, yeah, shout out to Dr. Memeniscus. I mean, I'm a plastic surgery girl. But I maintain this through, proper eating and exercise. And if I have to go back to the doctor, I'm not shy about that either. At some point in the future. You would never consider plastic surgery.
If something was wrong, yeah.
Well, what do you mean if something's wrong?
Like I'm having issue with my boobs. They're heavy. My God. Okay. So I'm considering possibly one day having a breast reduction. But I wouldn't want to do that until I have children.
Yeah.
Because they're going to swell up anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know about breastfeeding after you have a breast reduction. Does it affect things? I don't know. So
exactly.
Possibly. I'm constantly in the chiropractor.
Are you?
Constantly.
Well, that's funny because you own Base's house and he had to be out of the group because he had back problems.
Who?
Mike Base McCary.
Oh.
That house has, the mojo on it.
Oh, God.
Everybody,
here she go.
I want you to keep it here. We're having conversation. Do you like that? Conversation with the fabulous Jill Scott. We will continue next on the Hour of Truth right here.
Wendy, man.
Some people you can relate to on other things and what you and your mate don't relate to. You need that emotional jump off sometimes.
The Wendy Williams experience.
Vivica and me are age appropriate, and she was on stage, doing it the other night. So I was practicing this too. Drop down and get you going. See, I'm not really good at managing. And did you hear a couple of bones crack too?
I think you have to hold on to something. Once you get past a certain age, you got to hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah, all right.
What is your age category? 25 to 30?
I'm 32.
32, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just want to, put you on blast like
Now,
that.
What?
Look, everybody, but I put your house on blast, right?
What house?
Go figure.
What house?
I mean, your old house. That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Today, everybody, there's lots of good music in stores. LL Cool J's Definition, Ray Charles' Best Of, TQ's new CD is out, and Jill Scott, of course, Beautifully Human, Words and Sounds, too. And might I add, although my crunch song is Living My Life Like It's Golden, Golden, I also like Whatever.
Yeah.
That's like a song dealing with sex.
Uh-huh.
And Dave, if you'll hit number 4, I love The Fact Is That I Need You.
Yes.
I love this song. Hit it, Dave. Just a little bit of it, Joe.
It's cool.
I can pay my own light bill, baby.
Because I listen to this song with my hand on my hip and my face all screwed up.
Yeah.
Like this. And a little rock in my neck.
I can buy my own shoe collection.
Yeah.
I've been blessed so far. I can kill the spider above my bed.
Yeah.
Although it's hard because I'm scared.
Yes. You're so truthful.
Stain and
It's true. I can stain in polyurethane. That was one of my jobs at A Touch of Jazz.
Yeah.
I stained in polyurethane their lobby.
Yeah. Well, but the fact is, even though you can do all this stuff, the fact is, I need you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's the
Cry.
truth. It is the truth. It's the truth. We've been strong for a long time, and
Yes.
I give us a lot of credit for being brilliant. I
Yes.
give women so much credit for doing it. You are doing it. Bravo, brava. You're doing it. But the reality is, we really need you men. We need you, not just the fathers. We need the uncles. We need the grandpas. We need the nephews, the cousins, the next door neighbors, the big brothers. You are so necessary. And it's hard to say because sometimes, women have a big ego as well.
That's right.
We've been holding it down. But if you, look, just come on back now. All right, that's enough. That's
Yes.
like old people say.
Yes.
Your elders will say, that's enough now.
Yes.
Cut
Yes.
out the foolishness. Cut it out.
I always listen to that song with a bit of wetness in the corner of my eyes.
Yeah.
It never escapes and rolls down my cheek,
Yeah.
but the wetness is there,
Yeah, because,
and I always catch it.
yeah. Well, sometimes it's good to let it out now.
Yeah.
Might as well go and have it. Makes you stronger.
Yeah. Isn't a good cry the best? When's your
The
birthday?
best. April 4th.
April 4th. Jill Scott is in the studio, everybody. Last night she had her meet and greet party where I had thanks you to Moet and Shandon, the drinks were good.
Uh-huh.
What is your drink of choice?
I really like Hypnotic.
Okay.
I call it blue singing juice. And I have to have some blue singing juice before I go on stage.
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker because I can't stand to be drunk. It's the worst.
Okay.
But I have to have a little glass of that before I go on.
It loosens you up and gets you ready.
I call it singing juice. I feel like for whatever reason, it loosens my vocal cords up.
Now, last night at the party, I noticed you shouted out and acknowledged so many people in the room, and you also shouted out to the drug dealers.
I did.
And the former drug dealers, the ones who, well, say what you said, held you down or told you when no was enough or something.
No. I was shouting out the drug dealers that were around my way when the time I was, in high school or whatever. You guys really, really looked out for me. And a lot of them didn't make it. Most of them are dead, Most of them got killed in the course of 2 summers.
Wow.
So all the ones that I knew, I would get off the bus. I'm coming from my little job. They would make sure that I got from the bus stop to my house safely. Especially, crack is real.
Yes.
It was hardcore. So even the neighbors that I knew, once they got strung out, they were like, they could rob you, hit you in the head, whatever.
Right.
But they looked out for me. And, it's just one of those things where you can see how not everybody is dark.
Yes.
There's some light in the dark as well.
Yes.
So I gave them a lot of love and credit.
Yeah.
They kept me safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's nice, Jill Scott. You are such a nice woman. This is my first time ever meeting you, and I didn't know what to
Right.
expect. I thought that you would be more dirty backpack in your conversation and in your views, but in fact, you are apparently like every woman, which is a great thing.
I'm a sister.
There are 16 songs on her new CD. I also like, by the way, number 7, Better at Home.
Yes.
I mean, I like, you know what I like? I like your interludes as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you.
I like your interludes. Could you give us some spoken word? Just think about something. Give us spoken word about the show.
Okay.
About the Wendy Williams experience.
I'll try, but it's really not like that for me.
Well, go ahead. Okay, you know, we gossip on the show.
Yes.
It might not be what you like, but somewhere in the dark, there's still some light on the show. We do advice. We try to help people.
Okay.
Okay, go.
I'll say this. This is Jill Scott, and yes, I was at Wendy's. Wendy's is delicious and my stomach was empty. I can pay for as much as I'd like, but I only eat it. I only take a bite when it's absolutely necessary, and Wendy's is the cure. I go to the, what is that? What does he call it?
Wendy Williams experience?
Yeah, I go to the Wendy Williams experience and my heart feels so pure.
Yeah.
Brava.
And I got what you said. You said you only take a bite.
Yes.
Because you could only take but so much gossiping and so on and so forth. So we get ruthless on the show.
No.
Oh, okay.
That is not an example of real poetry. That's some old BS. But on the real, I do listen to your show all the time.
Do you?
All the time. Me and my assistant, we're in the car, we listen to your show.
It gets greasy sometimes.
Only thing that troubles me are times when we talk about sex at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That means the kids are home and they're possibly listening to the radio
It's
as well.
for the grown and sexy.
Yeah, but what about the kids? They like Power 99.
Her new CD is in stores now. Jill Scott, beautifully human. Go out and get that. It's been delightful.
Oh, Wendy, you're not going to say anything about it.
No, it's
Okay,
delightful. Thank you, Jill.
My pleasure.
3.
It's Wendy, man.
You never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me but talk about me. Watch what you say. That's all, baby girl. That's all I'm asking you is watch what the you say.
The Wendy Williams Experience.